Hey, welcome to another freaking episode, man. Get it together. Hey, we gonna have a good time. I just want to tell y'all, I'm excited about this episode, man. I'm excited about this one right here. I got my brother here, man. I'm just gonna read off a little bit. I'm gonna read his bio. I said, send me your bio. The bio was crazy. So I'm gonna read the bio so y'all know who we about to get involved with. Okay? Now, my brother, he's a Cincinnati-born author. Cincinnati native. He's an author. He's an entrepreneur. He established himself as an author in 2019 when he published his first book, Looking Glass, a man's reflections within the scope of dating and relationships. You hear that? Relationship, you have relationship problems, this is a book you need to pick up. That's all I'm saying. Receiving such extraordinary feedback and reviews, he was prompted to write a second book. Come on, 2 books under the belt. Looking Glass Part 2, Looking Deeper. See, we took a peek one time, now we looking deeper. Looking Deeper, a man's guide to discovering dating, self-love, and vulnerable conversations. And he did that in 2022. All right? When he is not behind the pen, you can find him behind the chair. What he doing behind the chair? As the esteemed owner of Noble Barber and Beauty with copies of his books on the shelf, ready for purchase, and a welcoming atmosphere to kick back and receive a quality haircut. Man, today I am in good company with my brother Vernon Jackson Jr., y'all. Give it up. Make some noise in this place for Vernon Jackson Jr. Hey, man. Bro, listen to me, bro.
My guy. That's sounding great. That's sounding great.
Listen, I only read what you doing. Come on, somebody. Hold on. I ain't got nothing great to read if you ain't doing nothing. You doing all the work, bro.
That's a bar.
Bro.
For sure.
Man, listen, man, I'm so excited, bro, to sit down and just chop it up with you. You are one of the busiest guys in the world. Oh, okay, hold on. We had some lights. Okay. You one of the busiest dudes, man, in the world right now, man. You are doing so much, and this is what this show is about, man. Get it together. It's a twofold, right?
Okay.
It's saying get it together.
Yeah.
Right? So we can get it together.
Okay, for sure.
Get yourself together.
Yes.
So we can get it together, man. And you are doing exactly that. And I want to just highlight, bro. I want to point out. I want to give you an opportunity to just let people know what you're doing, just who you are, where you come from. You know what I mean? This
sure.
show is about you, man. It's about giving you your flowers and highlighting the people who I bring on.
Yeah.
Because we can get it together. It's enough out here for all of us to shine, bro. I heard,
sure.
Listen, when I got my candle and I'm lighting your candle, there look, I don't know what's going on today. we gonna keep that in.
No, keep it in.
This how stuff happens sometimes, y'all.
No.
The lights
like,
falling.
Keep that in here.
You gotta keep going.
The world needs to see. I didn't even flinch, bro. My weave game was proper, man. What?
We are the light.
That's what life do. You know what I'm saying? It throw it at you and you weave with it.
But you know what? That's what happens,
on,
though, man.
For real.
That's what happens, bro. In life, and you got to learn how to just keep going.
Yeah.
Even when things are swinging your way, and that's we all had to do that at one point. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So man, tell the people, man. Let's just go back to early V.
Yeah, for
you know
sure,
what I'm saying?
for sure.
Like where you grow up, man. I know you know, how was your childhood like? What was that whole thing like, man?
You know what? What's crazy is I'm glad that we're here because someone inboxed me on probably Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
It was like, is there anywhere that I can go to read your story? Because someone who's doing this must have an amazing story.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. I said, you know what? Let me work on that for you.
Yeah.
Now here we are.
Now here we are.
Now here we are, right?
Yeah.
And so, earlier, Vern,
Yeah.
mom had me when she was 17.
Okay.
Mom is from Meridian, Mississippi. Father is from here.
Okay.
And I wasn't playing. It was, life happens.
I mean,
I happen.
I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying? And so,
look,
you
all
know,
my kids wasn't playing. I just want to put that out there.
Yo,
All my kids.
for
I love
sure.
y'all.
Yo.
To the death of me.
Yes.
But me and mom ain't come together and be like, you ready? Let's have one.
Right.
I mean, but that's how, but I think 9 times out of 10, that's how it is, bro.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it is.
And with them, you know, like I came out.
Yeah.
My father didn't want to be around.
Okay.
And he was still doing his thing and modeling and living out his life for real. And my mom opted to keep me in, and so she did the best that she could.
Absolutely.
At 17 at that time.
Yeah.
And from there, I grew up.
Okay.
She worked all the jobs she could
Yeah.
to make sure she make ends meet.
Yeah.
So they call me a latchkey kid. So I had a, at first grade, I was going into the house by myself. You know what I'm saying? Me and my sister getting things together for real. And so I've been independent, all my life.
Yeah.
Since I was able to do so. And I had neighbors that were sticking around, make sure we were good or whatnot. But everything was really what it was. So fast forward, when let's say into the teen years, right?
Yeah.
I was doing some messed up things with some friends, in Forest Park.
Okay.
My mom. So even about where I lived at, I grew up downtown, like down the way.
Okay.
West Clifton, up to what's the area called? Hawaiian Terrace. Hawaiian Terrace.
Oh, yeah.
From Hawaiian Terrace,
Yeah.
let me see, Avondale.
Okay.
Avondale.
That's my stomping ground.
Westchester.
Avondale Golf.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
Avondale was like more the area where I developed some more of my second city friends, right? So
Gotcha.
where my first city friends over on West Clifton and down the way, then was them, and then it's had some in my Forest Park cats. We were out there, doing the mess around the time where going skates, all that stuff was going on, and everybody go to Forest Fair Mall and fight every weekend, play at the games, all that stuff for real.
God, bro, you just took me back, bro.
Yeah.
Forest Fair
Mall, bro.
Golden Skates.
Yes. Zavos, Teen Club. I was in there getting in. You know what I'm saying? Living like this. That's where I discovered it's. So there's so much, man. There's so much where the dynamic in my life were around so many different kind of people.
Yeah.
And when I was, doing what I was doing out in Forest Park and witnessing what I was witnessing, I got to a point I realized that really wasn't what I wanted to be around. That wasn't really what I wanted to take, to be a part of any further, because I saw where it can lead to.
So how old were you when you kind of when you was like, bro, this ain't for me, man?
I was probably around 13, 14.
Why? So you came to that. So hold on. So let's just get this straight. So really, no father figure.
No consistent male figure in my life. No, No, nobody sit me down, teach me any kind of ropes. It was all like little nuggets here, breadcrumbs here and there. Yeah.
And from that, and you still was able to come to the realization this life ain't for me.
No, for sure. And I started riding the bus on the metro by myself, taking time to myself, reading books, going down to the library. So my favorite books at the time were authors was like Henry David Thoreau. Let me see. My favorite book was his book was Walden's Pine. Read a book called The Calendar of Wisdom by Leo Tolstoy.
Okay.
Malcolm X's book, the autobiography.
Okay.
Let me see what else.
So you got into books at that age?
Yeah, I was, I was searching for truth, man. I wanted to know even about God, about life. I want to know what was what. Yeah.
Man, so I was in the streets when I was younger, but I never sold dope or
right.
I sold a little weed here and there, but it didn't work for me because I was like, I kept seeing the consequences.
Yeah. And
I was like, I don't know if I want to risk not having my freedom.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Excuse me. So I was around all of it. Yeah. I hung with all those cats. I got street smarts, but I was just like, I don't know if I'm built for it.
For sure.
To live that life, and I was too good of a heart kind of guy at the end of the day. Grew up, my grandparents really raised me from a baby till like elementary. When I got out of elementary school, I went to live with my mom.
Yeah.
Right, but I used to go home every weekend. My mom wanted me to go to North Avondale.
Okay.
So North Avondale was my grandparents lived in North Avondale.
Yeah.
So that's who I was around all the time. Now my grandparents, dude, you talking about the sweetest. You want this house, baby? You can have it. Like,
For
we'll
sure.
move out. I mean, they was
Yeah,
like
wow.
so nice. I mean, my grandfather, he worked for the city. He would let people in the gym, and we would go play basketball.
Yeah, yeah,
right, go
yeah.
swimming. He had this freaking snow cone maker in the backyard. He would just call all the kids. So it was that. So I grew up around a lot of love and a lot of sensitivity for real. You know what I mean? With my grandparents. But then when I got over, in junior high school, all hell broke loose. It was crazy.
That's a bridge right there.
Yeah.
That's what happened for sure.
Yeah. So I'm smoking weed. I'm doing everything under the sun.
That was me.
But I was like, hey, I was smart enough to know, like, but I don't want to do anything that's gonna take my freedom away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
sure.
so yeah, I've kind of been down that road with you, man, and it's just not it's not something that you want.
The junior high school years are very very important. I can imagine you selling weed. Like the person come up to you like, yo, like, hey, I only got $8 for a dime. Man, don't worry about it, man. Get to them next time.
Yeah. Don't even worry about. Yeah, I would lose money, bro. I would lose all the money. They'd be like, either if you ain't smoking it with your boy, right? If you ain't smoking all the weed up, you giving it away. This ain't for you, bro.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't get entrepreneurship at that age.
For sure.
So you start reading books at that age, man, and like what developed out of that? Like, how do you think it?
I'll tell you like this, man. That it was in that time where I started. When I was reading these books, I'm like, they're saying exactly what I think. I'm like, and that's when I stopped reading. I started reading. I'm like, well, let me start writing. I'm reading these books and reading into my, to say read into yourself.
Okay.
I was getting like they were saying what I wanted to say.
Huh.
So from my mindset was, why don't I just develop my own? Let me just write down my own thoughts, develop my thoughts, articulate my thoughts, and just go from there. So that's really how I started writing in general, and then later on, it transferred into poetry. So because from the desire, like, why am I reading these people? They say what I'm already thinking about. Let me just discover my own tongue.
So so listen, I think we gonna go right into that.
Yeah, for sure.
The poetry joint. So I think that's when I met you.
Yeah.
Is I was, of course, doing music, and you were doing poetry. So
don't talk me to death.
Listen, got the game on lock. Don't do it. Don't talk me to death. So
yeah.
You reading got you into poetry. And did you have any influences? Like, did you see anybody who was like, oh, no influences?
No.
Where did you get the whole I'm about to start doing poetry? And
so I put it to like this. When I was writing down my thoughts, I was just like, just it was some rhyme scheme to it, but wasn't a lot.
Got you.
So I take what I said back. When I discovered HBO Def poetry, it gave me a different spin on the experience of what writing and poetry could look like.
Huh.
Right? And so I mean, it was like church for me. I was watching it and I was in tears in some of the episodes. Like, come on, like, right?
Yeah.
And
do you remember some of your favorite, like some people who stood out?
What? Black Ice, who is actually one of my homies right now. You know what I'm saying? Black Ice, George and me.
Okay.
Emerald Green. Who else?
And these are you talking about these poets or comedians?
Poets.
Okay.
Poets.
Yeah. Because I know they did have Def Jam poet, the poet joint, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, and they did a tour too. So yeah, and Gemini, this white dude, like, man, it was like they were some heavy hitters, and their stage presence, how they commanded the audience, how their word uses, how they articulated their thoughts and translated their thoughts was powerful to me. And I'm like, well, I didn't know what it did to me. I want to do it to other people.
Wow.
Yeah. And so my first time performing was was at an open mic down at Cafe Chin Chin's.
Okay.
Ty Stuckey was a host.
Okay.
You know, the late Ty Stuckey, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
And I had to get a stage name, right? I had to get a stage name, and I was like, well, what can I call myself? I'm like, well, I came up with whittle down to 2 words.
Okay.
Genius and knowledge. Or knowledge and genius. I'm like,
Okay.
well, I gotta blend the 2 words. So I came up with Nelegious. Yeah, I mean, I know.
Hold on.
I know. Yeah, yeah, bro.
Hold on,
Yeah,
Nelegious?
Nelegious, bro. I know, bro. I know.
Bro, that's
Special. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
but yeah.
I'm just gonna be 100.
It's okay.
Nelegious,
I've lived
bro.
with that. Okay, and listen, right? It's all I had. It's all I could do.
He said, "I'm gonna live with that."
Yo,
okay, you got me on that one.
It's all I can do.
How
bro.
did you spell it?
Noledgius.
Bro, that is
Yes,
crazy. Okay,
yeah.
I'm glad you came
Yeah.
up. Okay, come on, keep going, cause
So listen.
Wow.
So I pull up, right? So I pull up down
see,
there.
but that's just like us though, bro. We try to be so deep, and we try to combine words. My whole freaking name. Let me just say this. My whole name is a combination of 2 people's names, bro.
What?
My full name is Donerick. Donerrick. My mom, her name was Donna.
What?
My dad's name
Hold
was
up.
Derek.
That's your Nelegious right there. What you talking about?
Yes. Yo, Don from Donna.
Yeah.
Eric from Derek. Don Eric, right?
Oh, my.
Now hold on. She had to keep going.
Wow.
She probably would have combined last names if she could have. My middle name, my older sister's first name is Tracy.
Okay.
My brother's middle name is Montez.
Oh, this is good. This is getting good as it goes.
So she took Mon from Montez and Trey from Tracy, and Montre is my middle name.
What?
Don Eric
Wow.
Montre, bro. I am the legit term of a mutt
What?
in my family, man.
Bro,
I'm mixed with everybody, and I have everybody's personality.
Oh my God.
Harper is the only reason of something that's
your last name?
that's my last name.
That's where they ended at?
That's where they ended it.
Wow.
They said we're gonna make him normal at the end.
Wow. Hold up. The climax came at the beginning.
It's a letdown at the end, ain't it?
I'm like, Harper.
I needed something put together.
Yeah.
See,
so you two are Nelegious.
I am an Nelegious.
Yes, for
I am
sure.
a Nelegious.
Are you a Nelegious?
Are you a Nelegious? You know how many Nelegiouses is out here in the world, bro? That's all it is Nelegiouses out here.
That's wild, man.
So we started this whole about it thing, huh?
Yo.
Did we start the Nelegious?
Let's go, bro.
Okay, so we went from Nelegious. Okay.
Yeah. So
why didn't that work?
Well, because I went down there, Ty was doing his thing, won a crowd. I was like, 18 or 19 at the time, I think. And he called me up. This is how he did. He's like, because Ty was good for freestyling, doing his thing. Whatever, right? He said, all right, okay, everybody. The next artist to the stage, poet, he's like, put your hands together for it. No, like this is exactly.
And I almost imagine what he said.
Listen, bro, like it's seared in my mind. Like I see it right now. Like he had a white shirt on and some khakis. I remember. It's crazy. He's like son, come here.
He said, I'm not gonna even try, bro.
He kneeled down off the stage. Like, how you say this? And I was like, Nelegious. Welcome him up to the stage, everybody.
Whoever he is. Just come on up here.
Bro. Yes.
So the name was too much.
It was too much. I'm like, I got to figure this thing out. And I just dropped it and just went by Vernon for a while.
Okay.
Until I figured my life out.
Okay.
And then I landed with Element, and I got the Element because, again, the same kind of like, okay, I need something simple, and yet it means something.
Yeah.
Like, I went to my poetry group at the time, the Rob Poet Society. I'm like, all right, y'all, listen, I got it. I've been up all night trying to figure this thing out. I got water.
Okay.
An element.
Please don't go with water.
Yo.
Please, bro. Whatever you do.
Bro. So when my boy was like, yo, like water. Like that, like water. I was like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think so. He was like, all right. I'm like, element, because element can mean it combines everything.
Come on.
I was like, all right,
Hey.
okay. I'm gonna spell it. I gotta spell it differently.
Of course.
Elament.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's how I got.
We always just gotta,
man.
God, bro, we
That's a
can't
hell
do
of a
nothing
story,
normal
man.
at all.
That is crazy.
I think we just gotta. I think we fight to stand out so much in the black community, man. And that's just being honest.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
We fight so much to separate ourselves so we can be different. You know? And ain't nothing wrong with that. Let me put that out there. I ain't saying there's anything wrong. I mean, I spelled D-Mob the same way. I was just like, I can't just be D-M-O-B.
Yeah, for sure.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be different.
For
you know what I mean? And
for
so
sure.
D-MAUB.
Yeah.
Dedicated, making all underestimators believers.
Ah.
Then it got to mean something, of course.
Bars.
You know what I mean? Then it got to mean something. I just can't.
How your name is a poem? That's
Right,
crazy,
right,
bro.
the whole
That's
name.
cra-
So, but that's what's unique about us, man.
No, hold on. Now I feel like I did my element a disservice because it's not even an acronym.
Okay, so
No, it's cool. I'll deal with that later on.
we gonna come back to Element. There's got to be something dope.
I'll do it tonight. Now I gotta go back to the drawing board and figure my life out again. Thanks. For sure.
So okay,
Yeah.
so where'd you get you said you started in a little clothes. Did you feel like, is this something you was like, man, this is what I want to do? Like when you got into poetry, did you feel like I'm going to make a career out of this? I'm gonna travel. This is how I'm gonna make my main source of income, or was it just something like pastime?
Man, it was just something that gave me life. It was so much so that even the people in my Cosmo, the girls in my Cosmo class for my birthday, they brought me a journal. It was a journal, and I'm like, to write poetry, because I was so into writing that and performing that it was a part of my identity, and I just know it gave me life. I didn't have no idea or care where I can go with it. I just wanted to do it. And even when I started doing and even to what you were saying before about us wanting to stand out, right?
Yeah.
A good part of my life was that I wanted to fit in. I wanted to have friends. I wanted that, that TV friends type thing, or people that I knew around had their friendship circle of people that they locked in, they did everything with for real. I didn't, my longest friend consistently right now, my boy Kevin.
Okay.
And
shout out Kevin.
Yeah, Kev. You know what I'm saying? Like, we met during that period where I was journaling down and doing my thing for about 15 at the time. And, I came in from off the metro, having some time to myself. And I walked in. He was sitting with his homies down in my apartment building, down by the library in Avondale.
Okay.
So, I was like, all right. I walked past, said, what's up? Walked up, and I saw him the next day. We started talking, and like, oh snap! Like we writing the same way. We thinking the same process. And so we had the conversations in depth that we could not have with anyone else around, or that we may have had with ourselves. We did not have anyone around us to do it. We had it with each other, right? And so, so yeah,
it's good to have, real tight relationships like that, man. That you feel that you in a safe space, especially, man, as black men. It's hard to find other guys, man, who won't, that you can be truly vulnerable with and share, you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
And share that stuff, man. We hold so much stuff in, man. I was saying not too long ago, like, it's a lot of things that we deal with that's a mental illness that we don't even think it's a mental illness. We just think it's like just how we raise, like to hold in your cry. Right? I'm like, bro, I got tear ducts. I'm using these bad boys.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure,
like I ain't no
sure.
sucker because I cry. And we're it happens even as a baby, from a baby. Like you might have a guy out with his little boy in the hood, right? And his son, maybe 2 or 3 years old, he playing, he falls, scrape his knee, start crying. Quit crying. Don't be crying. And it's like, I'm in pain. This is the way I know to express that I'm hurt. Is to cry, but we don't cry or don't wear. And it's like, you telling me not to cry as a little boy. It's now making me hold my God-given emotions. inside.
Yeah.
I can't tell nobody I
Yeah.
feel like crying because then I'm a sucker.
Yeah.
And so it get to a point where you bottle all these emotions up, man. And not only that, here's where the mental illness come in, is that when you see another man cry,
Yeah.
you feel like he's soft. You passing judgment
Yeah.
on another guy
Yeah.
because they're confident and comfortable in expressing their emotions.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It's
For
like
sure.
you feel like somebody's soft because they cry. You might run up on the wrong one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
oh, okay, he ain't soft because he cried. Yeah,
Right,
he
yeah,
tore
yeah.
you up. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like that don't equal that. And we got to get
Yeah.
out of that, man. As men, we got to be able to express ourselves. The girls, they ghost, man. They sit around. My dude, Mark Gregory, he was talking about, like, listen, girls know how to channel that energy.
For sure.
And encourage each other. They'll start a little dance and be dancing around each other in a circle. You know what I mean? It's like, we don't have that, though.
No, for sure. Now, I think that, so two parts, right? One part about it is it becomes a defense, a tool for self-defense, because in the hood, when you're outside more than you're inside. And at the end of the day,
Yep.
it's your emotional armor. The thing is, there's one thing to teach that, or to encourage not to cry, but it's another to teach why it's that, right? What are we doing this for, right? And also creating a channel where the human being can also express themselves and be emotionally present, right? But the thing is, that kind of structure and thought, you don't get that unless you have someone who knows how to do it. And so a lot of us are being raised from a place of hurt and actually from being healed, right? And so, where for me, it was major for me to get to a place where I was healed. Writing was my tool that allowed me to see what I was thinking about inside on the outside. And then check this: a lot of people, they feel alone when they're going through things.
Yeah.
When I was writing and I was performing, and I was getting the crowd's response and their accolades, and them coming up to me afterwards and saying how much the poem moved them and that type of thing, they felt what I was saying.
Yeah.
Now I'm no longer alone in how I feel. I'm no longer isolated, right? So now it's a community effort, and that's why I started doing the open mics, was because I know what it did for me. I wanted to do the same thing for other people, right?
Man.
Yeah, man. I wanted to create a space where people were self-healing or healing through the mic.
That's so good, man. The mental health. Listen, that's why. See this? Mm-hmm. I ain't even know we was gonna jump into the mental, mental illness and talking about how it's okay to get therapy, and it's like, man, you feel like you have a problem because you go get therapy, but it's like you may have a problem if you don't go get it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not a bad thing, man. But I think people don't look at it. It's the same as if I'm going through something and I call my bro like, V, man, I can't. Oh, girl tripping, or my job tripping, and you say, man, just take it, eat, blah blah blah. That's therapy.
Yeah.
That's a therapy session. That's counseling. You're counseling me.
Yes.
And it's sad that we don't look at it the same. It's like it's the same thing at the end of the day. You're expressing how you feel. You telling somebody how you feel. You venting, and you need some guidance.
For sure.
That's all therapy is, for real. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And we got to make that normal, man, especially in the Black community, man.
No, you're right. And the thing is, in a time where I think it's so cool that so much conversation about therapy. Like, if you don't have a tool, as in writing or any way,
some type of outlet,
exactly, any kind of outlet to express and to articulate and to see what you have going on in the inside, then therapy is definitely. If you do have it, therapy is definitely important, and definitely I encourage you to do so.
Yeah,
you know,
it's super important, man, and and believers, we can't be too deep. I just pray about it. I know. Nah, man, it's okay, bro. You go get counseling from somebody else.
For sure.
You'll ask somebody else. figure this out and figure. So yeah, man, we got to make that a little bit more normal, but it needs to be talked about more often.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And but also, it's going to take a lot of us expressing
Yeah.
and being vulnerable.
Yeah, for sure. For
You know
sure.
what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
man, I feel like I can go, man, I'm a crier, bro. Like,
Yeah.
if something moved me,
Oh, yeah.
I'm crying, and
For
I don't
sure.
care what you think.
Yeah.
I hold my wife's purse in the mall. All that stuff don't make
Yeah.
me. You know what I mean?
For
Like,
sure,
I
for
wear
sure.
pink. I ain't tripping on none of that.
For
like,
sure, for sure.
None of that
For sure.
equals
Yeah, yeah.
being soft.
Right, right.
And it's like, if we feel that way, who told you that? And why are you believing? Why are you believing that from somebody
sure.
who imperfect like you are?
For sure, for
Who's
sure.
making who's running your life for real?
Exactly.
That's a
And-
mental illness, bro. That's a ill way to think.
Exactly.
And to live, you allowing somebody to run your life.
Yeah.
Man, I remember, man, when I was younger, it was I talked about this, man. Like, it was these Incredible Hulk socks that I
Sure.
liked.
Yeah.
Right? Begged my mom for them.
Mm-hmm.
She got me these socks, man. I go outside one day, bro. I got wound about these freaking socks.
For sure.
Bro, I went in the house and took them socks off and put on some different socks.
Yeah.
All because my homies clown me about my socks.
Yeah, for sure.
And I look back on that stuff, man, and I'm like, why did I allow these people? A lot of them ain't even in my life now.
Yeah, for sure. But why do you think that though? Why do you think that it affected you that much?
Because we live
Mm-hmm.
for the approval of others.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we admit it, whether we want to be honest with ourselves and admit it, we live for the approval of others to some degree, man. To some degree.
Yeah,
I don't care if it's 100 or 10.
Yeah.
You still consider others.
Yeah.
And it had me considering others with everything I wore that day. Like, after that, like, is they going to say something? Is they going to...
Yeah.
And instead of me, because I didn't know no better,
Yeah, for sure.
instead of me recognizing, like, dang, maybe these ain't my homies.
Right.
Instead of me going with that route, like, they
Yeah.
don't support, they clowning me because of something I like, I go with, I need to conform.
Yeah. Or another thing is like, I look at it like it's self-love and affirmation, right? When you are around people, or if you do it for yourself,
Yeah.
where you affirm yourself, like, this is what I like, this is what I love, this is what I enjoy, right?
Yeah.
Where, like, to a point where, like, everybody had that weird friend in that group, right?
Yeah,
But
definitely.
they're just that person. And after a while, it doesn't make sense for you to talk about that person, because they're going to do what they're going to do regardless, right?
Everything
You know what I'm
becomes
saying?
normal when it's done a while.
Exactly. So, like, hey, listen, like, and so
That's good.
But it's one of the things where that when you accept yourself and you allow yourself to be who you are, it doesn't matter what anyone is saying about you, right?
Yep.
But like you saying, when we're younger, we want to be accepted, and we realize, which is to a point I was trying to get to earlier, was that sometimes when you're trying to be around certain people,
Yeah.
you're either being and they're testing you. They're testing maybe the challenge that you're having in this area. Okay, well, you're insecure about standing up and wearing what it is that you like. All right, well, then maybe you need to be more secure in that and speak into yourself and love yourself enough. Say, no, I like this. I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
I still message you. You're still my guy.
Right,
But
right.
I'm gonna wear this regardless. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And then keep moving forward, right? But there's so many different ways that how self-love, how it shows up when we are healed and we really allow ourselves to be who we really are and not who they want to make us out to be. But you don't get that until you're actually living through that. And I didn't really get that for myself. Well, even when doing poetry, I became more secure in who I was.
Okay.
But in terms of the identity and the reality of who Vernon was,
Yeah.
it's it's been 1 year every 5 years that I've gotten something. It just started becoming more condensed in the past 3 years where nah, I own Vernon.
Yep.
I accept Vernon.
Yep.
I love Vernon.
Just
I
how I
believe
am.
in Vernon. But I know who I accept who I was created out of,
Come on.
who I was created from.
Come on.
And I've seen too many things in my life happen that does not leave room for me to question and doubt. If I do, I am making it up, right?
Wow.
So therefore, it all comes back down to how I'm looking at it, right? So now the movement is different. My movement, my breathe differently, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
You drink differently because that water you had me taste.
You know,
I mean, hold on. I'm
I-
like, you doing a lot different. So look, no, that's good, man. I tell my kids that all the time. I say, if you do something long enough, it become normal. Just keep doing it. You just got to keep. I know they might think you funny or think you weird. Don't change though. They'll conform after a while because it'll get old after a while. Talking about you and capping on you, all that stuff get old. Then they be like, that's just how they is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's good, man. That's
Yeah.
good. So look. Yo, so shout out to La Rosa's, man. Listen, one of my favorite pizza joints in the whole world. Listen, you can download their new app. It's easy, it's fast, it's convenient. You can reorder your favorites with just a tap. They got over 40 menu selections. Look, I'm talking about you can order so many things. You got pizza, you got calzones, real family recipes. They stuff tastes really, really good, y'all. It's something for everyone. All available for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. Listen, to order, I need you to use the app, or you can call 513-347-1111. And they got calzones. They got Friday fries is amazing. I know you hungry. I know you want something to eat. You might as well call La Rosa's. My favorite is I like the small piece. I like the small joints. Pepperoni is my favorite. You got a deal. They got a deal going on. You can buy any large pizza and get 2 calzones for just $9.99. Mention the mix and match. Get some La Rosa's in your life. 513-347-1111. Get some La Rosa's right now. Look, I got this segment.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
And this one of them ones. This is one of them ones, okay?
Okay.
So this is a segment I like to call Would You Rather?
All right. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So the first Would You Rather.
Okay.
Would you rather cut President Obama's hair
Okay.
the night before he wins the election? That night, like he's going on, he's running, right?
Yeah.
It boils down to him and whoever else.
Yeah.
Would you rather cut his hair the night before the election, blindfolded?
Okay.
You have no eyes, you can't see. You got to cut his hair, okay? Or play a running back in an NFL game with no equipment.
With no equipment?
No equipment. NFL.
Man, forget Obama's hair. Let's go. Let's run it. What you talking about? What?
You cutting Obama?
What? Man, listen.
You ain't playing football?
Bro. No.
You ain't playing football?
Listen, and one thing about life taught me, I don't always have to be the sacrificial lamb, bro. I do not always have to be the sacrificial lamb. It's okay.
Hey,
no,
bro, do you understand? Obama is going to win. He's going to go up there and make his presidential speech, bro, with the whole family.
If I'm near,
his head is going to be crazy.
We're gonna have to go with even Steven then, bro. It's just what it is. Like
bro, no shape up, you can't.
If Steph Curry can get married without a haircut,
Jesus Christ.
Okay, he'd be okay. If I go out and I'm what's the position? A linebacker or running back? Which one? A running back, bro. If I go out here, I'm not gonna be okay. Because they gonna get me, bro.
Hey, man.
If I run like I run right now, I'm getting caught, bro.
God, bro.
It's a wrap.
Shout out to the great. At least he's the greatest shooter ever.
Yo.
Because I seen them wedding pictures, and I was just like,
yo, did he even get a taper? I don't think they even tapered it. It was no shape up at all.
So if he could do it,
it was a 3-week grown out haircut.
So Obama getting the business.
Oh yeah, for sure. He got to go.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
would. I think I'm too thin to win, so I'm definitely gonna try to cut his hair blindfolded.
Yeah, for sure. See, yeah. What?
His hair, yeah, his hair,
Right.
his hair is being cut.
You think if I get hit, what's
Yeah,
the
you
healing
through.
process?
You through.
What's the healing
No
process?
equipment. You through.
I'm done.
Yeah, you through. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So Obama gonna accept his presidential speech, looking crazy.
With
Okay.
something.
Cool.
With something. Yeah.
So look, man. So you talked about your childhood, bro. You talked about poetry, right? Let's talk about this barbering,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
What made you get into cutting hair? Was this something you always done? Because for me, man, I cut my kids' hair. I cut my hair when I was young. I had a guy named Ross that lived in my like little community, like a little courtyard, right?
Yeah,
Where I grew up in Gulf Manor.
Yeah.
And he would cut people hair. Had another guy named Kevin who cut people hair. And so I was around these cats, seeing them cut hair, and I remember one day, man, I just decided to cut my own hair.
Yeah.
And so I remember buying some clippers, cutting my hair. I think I started out just like doing even Stevens,
Yeah.
shaping myself up. One time I tried to fade myself, and I did a pretty good job, and it wasn't quite right.
Yeah.
So I remember going over to Ross' house, and he finished it for me. He was like, "But man, you did." He was like, "This ain't bad for your first time really trying to fade yourself." So I just kept doing it and kept doing it. And I started cutting people hair.
Yeah.
But I didn't pursue it as a profession because I think I got burnt out really
Yeah,
quick
gotcha.
from just cutting people hair all the time. And it's just one of those things you just pick up and you just be good at it
For sure.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, I cut my boys' hair up until just a few years ago. You know, as they're getting older, I'm like, nah, I want you to get that razor. That's something I don't do. I want you to really start looking crispy, especially getting into high school. But what made you start doing that and then sticking with it?
Well, you know what? Similar to what you had, you know, your experience, cut my own hair, and then cut people in my neighborhood. And when I was at Princeton, where Scholar Oaks came to, you know, do some recruitment.
Okay.
And the costume teacher, you know, talked to me, whatever, afterwards. And I was like, if I did anything, I'd go to school for barbering. She was like, you know, if I was to do it, you know, she's
Yeah.
like, well, come check out the program, facility, whatnot. You know, you be doing some of the same things, but not all. But let's come and check it out.
Okay.
And so I just wanted to get out of my home school. I wanted to get out of Princeton. I wasn't really feeling it for real. And so where, you know, I guess coming from CPS and the colors, the experience I was having there, going to Princeton was too bright for me. It was
wow.
way too bright. So at the time, Scarlet Oaks was way more of what I related to.
Okay.
And so, and plus, it came down to where I didn't know if I want to go to college or not. And if I was going to go to college, I didn't know I was going to go for it. And so, and if I didn't go to college, so it's like, if I was going to go to college, and I was used to working 3 jobs in high school, so I was used to making a certain kind of money.
Okay.
So I was like, I didn't want to work, I didn't want to go to college and then make the same kind of money that my peers are making.
Okay.
And if I didn't go to college, I want to have something that at least sponsored me while I was figuring my life out and doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that's really what it came down to. You know, I never really, no problem. I never really, I tell you, I never loved cutting hair.
Wow.
You
can't tell, man.
Nah, not for real. I love being an artist.
Okay.
My thing, I either wanted to be a teacher, an artist, or a motivational speaker.
Okay.
And those are my top 3. And cutting hair became the way that I'm able to do all 3
Oh, wow.
in its own way. And that's again, I never knew what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I just knew what I wanted out of life.
Got you.
Right?
Got you.
And so, and then, you know, Dad, you know, put it in for me. Like, and it's been, and so cutting hair has been my sponsor for my shows, doing
Yeah.
poetry shows.
Yeah.
It's been my sponsor for a lot of moves that I made. And I almost quit for like 2 or 3 years. But my boy Devin Johnson,
Yep.
he was like, you know, I like, yo, Dev, he's over in one of the hills. Like, I'm about to let my license. I'm done with cutting hair. I can't find no environment that I want to be in. Like
Yeah.
it's so toxic. Where I'm like I'd rather just
Rest
let
in
it go.
peace too, man.
Yeah,
My brother, man. Showed me how
Yeah.
to kind of took me under his wing and we rode motorcycles together.
I work.
Shout out to him and Kim, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real talk. And as you know, the energy.
Yeah.
That's so he's like, yeah, I'm working on something. Like just
Great
keep it up,
dude.
right? And that's when we open up downtown,
Gotcha.
right? And that's where I got back into it and leveraged it and went and worked at the studio after that. And
Okay.
then now I'm the owner of it.
It's crazy,
yeah,
man.
but if it wasn't for Devin,
Yeah.
keep me in, I would never have.
Wow.
Yeah. So he, for that stage of my life, all the stuff would have never happened if I didn't lean into what he saw.
Shout out to Devin, man.
For sure.
Always,
Cheers. Yeah.
always was a good dude, man. And
He was a good dude.
he
was a good dude.
definitely was, man. Love Devin, man.
Mm-hmm.
But man, that's crazy. He's always helping people. You
Yeah,
know what
for
I mean?
sure. For sure.
So now, but let's talk about, okay, so you've been cutting hair, all that, right?
Yeah.
But man, this you've been doing some really dope stuff with that, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely want to talk about, cutting the kids' hair, like with autism and stuff like that. Am I right? Am I on the right path?
autism,
Okay.
Down syndrome,
Down
spinal
syndrome.
bifida. Yeah.
So how did that even start, bro? Did somebody just like refer somebody to you when their kid had that, or you put out something to say I cut that too, or
Yes. So when it's like in any job with barbering, definitely, or service industry, people are like, oh, this is your job. You do this, right?
Right.
The thing is, a lot of times, parents, but they never specified that their child had different needs. And so what happened was I would get frustrated because my time I had booked for kids for 15 minutes. They would end up needing about 25, 30 minutes sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And so, I'm in my mind, I'm working against my system. And I'm a kind of person, I need my stuff to be systematic and consistent.
yeah.
Excuse me. So it was one of them things where it was crazy because 2 weeks ago, one of my parents from back then who had two sons that were autistic.
Okay.
Then she inboxed me. She's like, well, I'm happy for what she got going on, all their success and whatnot. But, me and my sons didn't get the same experience. Back then, I said, like, your experience is totally fair.
Wow.
You're absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? I said, the thing is, like, back then, back then, I was doing my job.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing my mission.
Ooh.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality of it because, I got to a point I didn't want to, I'm a kind of person. How can I make everybody happy? And
Yeah.
so I'm like, well, it took me some time,
Yeah.
some years
Yeah.
to own, because I didn't know how I wanted to commit to the idea.
Yeah,
And so a
yeah.
friend of mine was like, we were downtown at her job, and he was about like 18. He had autism. She told me, like, yeah, like, what's crazy? I had this idea about doing, kids with special needs, like haircuts. She's like, you should do it. I'm like, and just that moment and just that conversation with her, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. And I planned a month out. I was gonna do it, and I sat up like all the time. What I'm gonna go call it?
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And first was Nelegious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like there was Element, and
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying. Then like stood up. I'm gonna call this event. It was so. I was like, I didn't want to call special needs haircut day. I didn't want. I like this is whack.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
what be a name that would be transferable? That would be all encompassing.
Yeah.
So I said, let me just call it the
Safe.
gift.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm called the gifted event. I'm like, because usually we say the word gifted for kids going to a prestigious smart school.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, but the reality is, I'm like, but a lot of times, especially, not especially, but kids are with autism, they are gifted in their own way.
Absolutely.
They have in math, they're hypersensitive to a lot of other areas.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, gifted, right? So the gifted event. So now
That's good,
which
man.
is now I think about it for sure. And so I ain't told that to nobody else. That's the first.
Okay.
So, yeah, for
So we
sure.
got the exclusive.
Yeah.
We got the exclusive right here.
Definitely
on Get It
exclusive.
Together because we
Yeah.
getting it together.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? So and that was what happened, bro. And just ended up going, I planned it out, and someone was like, yo, my boy Josil
Okay.
inboxed me first when I started sharing it. He said, yo, Vernon, can I sponsor a haircut? I was like, sure. So I was gonna come on my once a month, my day off, and do it at the regular kid price, but with 30 minutes. Because I didn't feel comfortable charging parents for my time value.
Yeah.
And it being an off day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, let me just keep it this way. So he's like, yeah. I said, yeah, do it. Do whatever you want. He sponsored a haircut. Then someone else hit me up right after that, asking the same thing.
Wow.
And then I shared like, yo, I'm loving how the community is coming around, and want to be a part of what's happening and what I'm doing here. And next thing you know, people start sending me money. How can I send you money? Cash App, X, Y, and Z. And it's just started happening. And so at one point, it kind of slowed down, doing a lot more haircuts. And I made a conscious effort because one of the parents asked me, like, yo, like, you can charge parents like $50 for it. I'm like, nah. I said, no. Like, because I paid at one time. I'm like, well, it's worth it. I was like, well, you know what? I don't care what happens. Whether I got, it's taking on a life of its own. People already started donating.
Yeah.
And whether I get money in or not, I'm going to keep doing these haircuts for free. And since then, I never had to.
See, that's the power of giving, man. I met a pastor a long time ago. He said, I make my living off my giving. Mm-hmm. And it's like when we get that concept, bro, that we can give, and God is going to, continue to open up those doors, man, and opportunities. Man, giving is where it's at, man.
But it's one thing. It's one thing to receive giving from the job of the work of giving. Right. But the mission of giving, is a different level, bro. Like I can't stress that enough. That's like one of my, one of the guys who came up under me doing my poetry thing to my shows. Mm-hmm. They got something going on right now, and they're raising money for it. Okay. So over the weekend, when I saw him, I'm like, you know what? It came on my mind, my heart, $500. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. And so, I tried to do it one time. It didn't go through. What case it is? Go through Cash App, no problem. And so then I did it again on Sunday. Yeah. Tell me why just yesterday, a stranger donated $500 to gift it.
Wow, man. God.
Like
that is
no, the days, bro. Days.
Gosh,
that's
man.
like obedience.
Yeah, it is, man.
That's what it's like. I'm like people. Last night I was on a panel discussion and they asked like, "What's your plan?" Like, listen, I don't have an idea. I don't care. Yeah. Like, and I can't tell you because even if I have an idea, talking about it, it's a dopamine effect, and I'm not going to do that. So all I tell you is, I trust and I mind my business.
That's it. And that's all we could do, man. That's all we could do.
Yeah.
So look, man, I got another segment. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into this next segment. Mm-hmm. So this segment I like to call Two Wishes.
Okay.
Okay. So you got two wishes, man. You can wish for anything you want. You just can't wish for more wishes. You got to limit it to two wishes, man. What would those two wishes be, man? What would those two wishes be, bro?
Okay. One wish. I want to sing, man. I want to know how to sing. I want to sing, man. I'll tell you.
No, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I want to sing.
That's a good one. I think that's one of my wishes, bro.
Yo, I've been praying a long time. I said, God, no, you know my heart.
And my wife can sing, and she won't never show me how to sing. You know what I'm saying? I be trying.
See,
but she don't. Yeah.
And they say you get a vocal coach. Man. You get a vocal coach that can kind of help you discover your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like your range.
Because I think, ooh, like I think I got it, bro. I think I got something. Something there. I just gotta learn how to kind of.
Hey, let me try.
Come on with it.
No, let me try.
Come on with it.
Ooh. Hold on. Hey, y'all, I'm excited. No.
He just excited. Excited.
Hold on. Let me try it again.
Let me try it again.
I'm not gonna do it. I can't. I'm too excited. I'm too nervous.
So look. That's one wish. Okay. I think that's a wish of mine too. I'm gonna steal that wish.
Okay.
So that's one wish we got in common. Give me one more, man. What's another wish you wish you had?
Another wish.
What is it?
Let me see. honestly, it'd probably be like flying.
Oh.
It'd be flying. You know what I'm saying? It won't
So
be.
you talking about some superpower joints.
It won't be like flying like all the time. It'd be like flying. No, I'm lying. It'd be flying all the time.
Flying all the time. Not getting tired.
I just want to
wasting no energy.
You know, like paying for they on flights, tickets. Bro.
Oh, listen to me.
I'm over it, bro. One of these flights, man. It's crazy.
I wish I could just teleport, bro.
Yeah.
And like everybody who was touching me and touching them,
yeah,
we all teleport together.
I think
that's my second wish, bro.
That's fire.
I think I have to wish I want to teleport. Just let me.
But let me telefly.
Telefly?
Because I might want to teleport and I might want to fly sometime.
So you just want to cheat and have both. You just want to do both. I mean, just be real. You just want both.
I mean, yeah, because if I don't feel like flying, I want to teleport. Telefly. You heard it here first. I want to telefly.
All right, so that's two wishes. That's two wishes. Dope.
For sure.
No, that's good, man.
Hey,
okay, so
hold on. I just said telefly.
Telefly. So look, man, you've been getting so much exposure, right, for being a blessing, to these kids that has these complications, man, and challenges, man, challenges. Come on, that's good.
Yeah,
and man, you got a heart of gold, man. Like, and you deserve everything that's coming to you, man. You deserve all of that, bro. And people need to know that, man. People need to know that it's people out here, man, who are kind enough to lend their services and to be a blessing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And man, I commend you. I commend you for that, man. I commend you for being you.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the dope thing about all this, that I'm all this is happening while being who I've always been.
Yeah.
You know, there is no act. I'm not projecting anything. That's
who you are.
That is probably the one of the biggest things that I take pride in and I honor and gratitude in.
Yeah.
That I didn't have to become anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
No, that's good.
So for sure.
That's good. So man, something crazy happened for you, man. You got a phone call.
Yeah.
From this one chick who can sing.
Yeah.
The Walls Down.
Yeah, for sure.
Jennifer Hudson, bro.
Yeah.
You was just recently on her freaking show.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Man, the video that went viral was reaching.
The video went viral.
And with me and my guy Ellison, 7-year-old, that's my guy.
Yeah.
He has Down syndrome, but outside Down syndrome, he has some gastro challenges as well. His heart didn't was underdeveloped for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he has a heart of gold. That's my guy. Okay. So our video went viral, and her and J Hud's producer sent me an email.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it, and we were figuring everything out, and it worked out at the right time. Which was nervous. I couldn't talk about it. I mentioned to a few people, but it was one of the things where if I had I had to make sure I didn't say too much because I had too many other challenges that could have happened. Like I could have when we finally agreed to a date, and I went out there.
Yeah.
When we went to the Warner Brothers Studios to record, they did a COVID test when we pulled up in the car.
Wow.
So I could have flew all that way.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine that?
No, I couldn't. I didn't want to. I didn't want to imagine that. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, that's
okay?
crazy.
So I had to be present. And so it didn't hit me really until I walked. If you see the video, if you see it, you might want to cue this video.
My boy walked on that stage.
When I hit that corner, I'm like, this is my moment. What? Listen.
Yeah, it was real.
Listen.
It was real.
BGs was playing in my head.
Yeah.
All right?
Not the bubble guts.
Yo, no, not the bubble guts.
Not the bubble guts.
The white guys with afros, BGs.
Right.
All right? Staying alive.
Yeah.
You can tell by the way I use my walk. I walk around. I see everybody in the audience. The lights hit my face.
That's got to feel good, bro.
I look like a glazed donut.
Yeah.
And I started waving at everybody, did my thing. And then I strolled. I saw her. I said, hey, how you doing? Went in for a hug. Come to find out, she took a nice. I had some nice cologne on.
Come on with it. You better smell good. You better take a shower that day.
Listen, I smelled amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
And if you play it back, you can see how amazing it is when you see her face.
When you see her, okay,
Yes.
I'm going to go.
Yes.
Hey, I'm going to go watch that.
Yes.
And I'm gonna see. I need to see her face.
For sure.
So you had. Come on. Would you gonna disclose the cologne, or you keeping it to yourself?
Absolutely not.
Okay. All right. Okay. Listen. Hey. Well. Listen. I ain't mad at you. So look, bro. So I always want to involve the audience in our show, and we just got a couple more, man. You know what I mean? This time has been amazing, man. I'm so thankful for the opportunity, bro.
Man,
but
sure.
I do something called crowd participation.
Okay.
This is the segment, crowd participation.
Okay.
So I asked the audience, I asked my Facebook audience and Instagram and all that. I asked them a question. I said, what are the 3 most important things or benefits you would want from an employer as you're being hired? What is the 3 most important things you want? Now for me, and I'm gonna read some of what they said. Then you shoot me what you think what you want the first 3, the best 3, the top 3.
Yeah.
So mine is great pay with a retirement plan.
Okay.
If I had to work, you know what I mean? That's important to me.
Yeah.
Great benefits.
Yeah.
I got a full family.
Yeah.
All right. And a peaceful environment.
Yeah.
A peaceful environment, bro. Like I
Yeah.
have to be able to be in a place where I got peace, right?
Yeah.
So that's mine. And I'm gonna read some that some people said. So Emerald Clay, shout out Emerald. She said flexibility, offers professional development opportunities, and 401k matching. Okay. All right. Boog Lee, that's BOOGLE, said a livable wage and raises, great health insurance that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, and career path training. Okay. Natasha Barnes, shout out Natasha. She said appropriate financial compensation, paid health insurance, and education training that puts me in position for advancement.
Okay.
See, that be it. You feel like you stuck and you can't really advance. You can't really go nowhere. Okay. Let me see. Ask Ashley.
Yeah.
She said, shout out to Ask Ashley.
My girl.
That's my sis.
My girl.
She actually encouraged me too, man, to do this podcast and gave me great ideas. I think this might have been one of them, right? She gave me some dope ideas to do on my show. Shout out to Ashley. That's my sister. I love her.
For sure.
She said, in caps, pay me my worth. Let's start there. Be empathetic and reasonable. Treat me like I'm one of you, meaning respect my time, effort, and outside life,
Yeah.
because my children, emergencies, will always come first. And also the third one is create an environment in which I love being at work. You do this, I'll work my off.
Right.
And be happy doing it. Right on.
For sure.
Right on.
For sure.
Let me read one more. Tawanda Mentor. Tawanda said, timely informed deadlines. Hold up. Timely informed deadlines. Right? Don't be surprising me like, oh, this was due.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. So I feel
sure.
that productive professional development sessions and team building activities. So those are the 3 things shout out to all the people who participated, man. Thank
For
y'all
sure.
so much.
For sure.
Crowd participation. So we're gonna hear from my bro, man. What is the top 3 things you need from an employer, man?
Man, I'll be honest with you. Those are some great ones.
Some great ones, right?
The first one was probably one of my favorites. But yeah, 401k matching.
Yeah.
Opportunities, to for them to match my effort and give me my money.
Yeah.
And time off. Yeah, time off for sure.
Got you.
Because if I can do all that stuff, get my time or not get my time, I can heal. I can do everything else I want to do for real.
That's good.
And yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
And my money good, I take out other problems.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
So man, how are you handling all of the attention, bro? Cause I don't know. You might have to correct me.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think you single.
Very
I
much.
think you single.
Very much so.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he ready to mingle. I don't know.
Yeah,
you might have
I
to hit
think
him
he-
up.
ah, man.
But but all this attention, man, like how are you? Cause you a humble guy, bro. Like I mean, and I say that in all, sincerity. Like
For sure.
ever since I've known you, man, you've always been, you ain't an attention-seeking type of dude.
Right.
You like to have fun and get fresh and get fly, but you're not the type that look at me.
sure.
And all of that is coming to you right now.
Yeah.
Like, how are you coping with that, man? How you dealing with it, bro?
I mean, I put like one of my friends mentioned to me, and my clients. He was like, everything that I'm doing right now, everything I did before this moment, like with the poetry shows and
Yeah.
the modeling, the acting, and like, all the things I've been doing,
Yeah.
on stage, all that stuff, was practice for this time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Good.
This isn't, about the even single thing. I wanted to make sure I took 4 years off, about 3 to 4 years off, not doing anything extra, not doing no shows, not doing no parties,
Okay.
not doing anything that was going to get me any kind of attention like that. I wanted to meet someone when the only thing I had to offer was me being a good guy with a job and with a profession, and that's it. And I wanted to meet someone in that time.
Yeah.
I met a young lady.
Yeah.
It didn't go good.
Okay.
It's totally fine.
Okay.
Had another one. Had potential. Just wasn't working out for real.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
I wanted to meet someone that I can grow. I didn't know when. I didn't know how. But one thing I know about my life that guys always, I've always done something that boosts me up, that took me to another level.
Yeah.
And I wanted to meet someone when I didn't want to feel like I was being used.
Gotcha.
I wanted someone I can build something with.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And when I tell you, it didn't work out that way. God had a different plan. And so, whatever it is, now I'm in some place to ask, it'll happen when it happens.
It happens when it happens.
And I know the kind of person that I need, and I know and I trust what he will provide when that time is right.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, again, I mind my own business, bro.
And you ain't settling.
I'm what's that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
listen, if it's not what I want, I'm not doing it.
That's fair.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
fair. That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Because I know, man, having all that attention, it could be nerve-wracking at some point. You know what I mean? And not just with the women, but it's just like having all these, you know what I'm saying? People popping up all over trying to get stuff from you. Like, hey, what's up, V? You remember me?
But
I seen you on a bus 10 years ago, bro. What's up?
My nose is strong,
Yeah.
bro. My nose are infamous. I'm fine. I'm cool. Like it's okay.
Hey.
I'm secure. Listen, my yeses are expensive. It is what it is.
Absolutely.
And that's how I move. Like I don't see this as everything.
Yeah.
And I don't care to.
Good.
And
Good.
and the way
Preserving that mental health, bro.
No, for sure. Like even in that 4 year period of time, not just about dating, but I was able to experience how people treated me when I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't do nothing for them.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I had respect,
Correct.
but they weren't messing with me though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was able to see what that vibe was like. So now on this other side, I'm like, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's like listen. It's okay. I understand.
Yeah.
The table. I understand how it moves.
Yep.
Understand how I've been on both sides.
Yep.
So I understand that there's no love lost if I just address it as it is.
That's good.
And I don't. There's no expectations.
Yeah.
So the attention is just a part of the process, and I accept it because I don't blame them.
Right on.
Because if I was them on the other side looking at me, I would do the same thing too.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
It's okay. Like it's okay, and everything is based upon what I will and what I allow. I'm not forced to do anything. When I'm tired of responding to people in inboxes and DMs,
That's good.
I stop.
That's good.
Like, it's
Not feeling
over.
like you have to keep getting back with people.
Nah.
That's good.
I'm on my business, bro. I'm done.
So what's up, man? Yo, this episode of Get It Together was brought to you by Good Company Apparel. It's a brand, it's a brand encouraging individuals to wear who you are and live what you believe. Look, if you good company, you can keep good company on you. You know it's important to keep good company around you. And look, we ain't just talking about keeping good company around you and keeping good company on you. We also talking about keeping God company. You know how important that is to keep God company? Listen, you want good quality. You want good prices. You want to be swagged out. Get you some good company apparel, man. You know what I'm saying? You come visit us, 1323 Vine Street, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45202. Or you can come check out our location at Kenwood, right? We got a kiosk in Kenwood Mall, right by JD, right by Foot Locker. Come visit us in Kenwood Mall, man. www.goodcoapparel.com. You can also order online. Any orders over $65, you automatically get 10% off. So come on, get you some good company. Keep good company on you and keep good company around you. Yeah. And so, okay, we got a couple more segments. Then I'm gonna free you. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
so this one right here, man, it's called "Tell Me Something Good."
All right.
Okay, so in this segment, I asked the guest to tell me about a time that you turned a negative into a positive.
My whole life. My whole life. My whole life has been a process of you know. I think Drake said it. You know what I'm saying? Learn to work with the negatives to turn to bigger and better pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. Like my whole life is that. You know, not having, my father not around, no problem. You know, my mom not being able to be there, emotionally, cool. I allow myself to feel differently, to channel and to connect with people differently.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? Where I was independent. Well, at the end of the day, I had to learn a lot of things. You know, as an entrepreneur, as a person in business, you got to figure it out on your own anyway.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So where I couldn't. I didn't want to, or I wanted to be a part of friendship groups and be a part of groups. I kept getting pushed out of them to create the shows and things I've been able to do that in a way that I wanted to do them. So there's just the reality of my existence, bro.
That's dope. And I just want to say this, bro. Look, me and him come from similar backgrounds, man. Grew up in the hood, right? I had a father. I had a man in the house, but I didn't have my dad until I was in my teenage years, right?
Sure.
But this is just an example. You said, your whole life, man, right? We turned our whole life. For me, man, I was ripping and running the streets. My mom passed away. I'm like, man, let me see who God is, bro.
For sure.
Like, because I know it has to be more to life than just waking up every day, trying to figure it out, and then going to sleep.
Exactly.
Waking up, figuring life out, go to sleep. And do that until I die, and then that's it? It's like, nah, it has to be something else. Bro. It has to be something else.
Sure.
So my mom's death really is the reason why I surrendered. Like, and I was like, God, you got me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever it is you want me to do, man, I'm living for you, bro.
Yeah.
And that's me. That's what happened for me, man. My story about turning something bad. It was me. I was bad.
For sure.
I was tripping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was robbing a piece of man. I was riding with my homies and we going into breaking in people's cars and stealing their tape decks. Bro, I was tripping, bro.
For sure.
And it's like I didn't even realize back then that the people I was hanging with could have me like, bro, I shouldn't be here today.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because of the people I was influenced by.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. And it's good to see black men able to be successful and to grow and to pursue their dreams.
Yeah.
And coming from some harsh backgrounds, man.
Yeah, for sure. It could have went left. You know what I'm saying? It could it had every option to do so.
Yeah.
And I was doing it in those ways. So, and I get it.
Yeah.
I accept it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So physical fitness, man.
Yeah.
I just you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all can tell on the camera, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to take my hoodie off. I've been in the gym. You know what I mean? Don't ever think. I've been in the gym. So I've been in the gym 7 months consistently.
Wow.
Right?
Phenomenal.
3 days a week.
Phenomenal.
And I feel amazing.
Beautiful.
I know you have come a long way, man, with your physical fitness, man. So how important is it for you to stay in shape, man, and to
Man,
take care of your temple, bro?
That's a great thing to ask, man. Because right now I ain't been caring for real.
Got you.
I've been chilling.
Got you.
Like I've
Yeah.
been like the winter time. You know what I'm saying? I've been
Yeah.
like, it was the winter time was a time for me. Like I just want to out of that out of COVID. COVID
Ooh, we
knocked
got
me
the
out.
COVID bodies.
Post COVID, me and my boys we got back right X, Y, and Z. But then my life started becoming how a lot of changes happening.
Got you.
And I'm always been like I enjoy food. So but
listen.
you know what I'm saying? So I would emotionally eat at times, right? But at the same time, where this last year I got back into my fitness, I was doing my thing.
Yeah.
But then December come, and then of course in the barbershop it's busier.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
kids come in snotty nose.
Yeah.
And they, the sicknesses in schools is a different level of biochemical warfare. Okay, it should be isolated for the schools and not
Them mugs nasty,
into
man.
the public. I'm trying
Them
to
mugs
tell
are
you.
nasty.
Listen, they come in, they touch the
Yeah,
chairs.
oh my God.
They coughing in your face. It's so much. So every time I was getting ahead in my fitness.
Yeah.
I was getting sick and set back for a week and a half.
Yeah.
And in fitness, if you take a week off to 2 weeks, it's like you start right back over.
Absolutely.
Again.
Absolutely.
And that happened 3 times to me, bro. And I was like, man, I'm just gonna wait till the weather break.
And start this thing right back on up.
And just get a head start for next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get a jump start.
from this year's spring.
Right.
Okay. So yeah.
So man, so
Matter of fact, anybody got a slice of pizza?
look, there's a piece of. So look, man, we coming to a close, bro. What's on your bucket list, man? What's some
list?
things you want to achieve? You know, for me, man, is I want to see my brand on some NBA jerseys. You know what I mean? I dream of that, man, to see the good logo, you know, on the jerseys, and my company being in position to just give out grants to other small businesses,
sure,
man.
for
That's kind of a buck. I got a ton of other stuff, but doing those things will even help me with some family bucket lists.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
for sure.
when I get those, if I can get, listen, when I see my joint on the NBA jersey, that's it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And to be able to give back to
Yeah.
other businesses, man. So what's a bucket list? What's something you want to do, you ain't did yet?
Man, you know what? Honestly, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't.
Yeah,
'cause-
no, that's good. That's good.
No, the reality is that my same thing with goals and whatever. I never really had a good relationship with those.
Okay.
Because my idea of what a goal wasn't, it didn't add up right.
Got you.
And to me it came off more as expectation, and that was met with disappointment. Versus then understand you put work, you put the work in to get to the goal, right?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I get
Okay. That's good. That's a good way to look at it.
I get enjoyment out of really being present and looking like, oh snap, that happened. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I like enjoying I like experiencing the surprise
Of
life.
that next level.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, this is happening?
That's good.
Oh, Kelly Clarkson show
Yeah,
hit me up.
yeah.
Oh, I'm doing Fox Newsroom.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
I'm getting inbox from people from around the world about it. Or like I'm so engulfed in my moments with my kids, bro.
Yeah.
I'm fulfilled every day
That's
of my
good.
life.
Ooh, that's good.
I'm fulfilled, bro.
Wow.
So I'm living it, I guess. You know what I mean? In its own way, So, and I don't like traveling like that. I mean, I like traveling,
Yeah.
but I don't want to be on an airplane. So I want to fly. I get to in 16 minutes. I don't care.
Yeah.
I want to telefly.
You want to telefly. You want to telefly. I want to teleport. What's next for you, man? What you got coming? You want to expand the shop, different cities, or you cool right here in your backyard, man?
You just got to see, bro.
Yeah, right on.
You just got to see.
Right on.
You just got to see what he cooking up.
Right on.
Yeah.
So I always want to end with this last segment, man, because we have a lot of entrepreneurs who watch, the podcast and who follow me because of our business. Shout out to Good Company Apparel. You know what I'm saying?
We'll talk.
So I always want to do this and leave some good business tips. So this is a segment I like to call Donnie's Good Business Tips.
Okay.
All right. So what I want people to understand is your logo is super, super important, right? The logo that you choose for your business is called branding.
Yeah.
It helps to identify what business, what item that business belongs to, and it helps people to go back and get more of it.
For sure.
So my advice is, listen, you got a logo. See this logo right here? It's on everything that we sell.
Yeah.
It's on the bottom of a t-shirt, it's on the back of the hoodie, it's inside the hat. I have to allow you to know where to get more of my product from. And it helps with brand identity, right? So if I have on a shirt, jeans, whatever, and you see that Good Co logo, you know it's a good company product.
Sure.
So I would recommend y'all always, whenever you selling a product, put your logo on the product. Yeah. Make sure people know what product what that product belongs to, what company that product belongs to. It does three things. It gives off a sense of professionalism.
Yep.
Having your logo attached to bags and your shirt, whatever you selling, it puts off a sense of professionalism. Two, it gives a perception of quality, which communicates that thought, effort, and time was invested, which can help justify your price point.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
Three, it allows the consumer to recognize and become familiar with your product.
Yep.
So that's what putting your logo on everything does. It brings that sense of quality. It lets people know that you put time and effort into your product and some thought into it. You ain't cutting no corners. You know what I mean? Which helps justifies your pricing, right? But then it also lets the consumer know what that product, what brand or company that product belongs to when they see it out on the streets. So, man, that's Donnie's Good Business Tips, man. Do you have any good business tip, even if it's just one? What should people have in order or expect if they trying to be entrepreneurs, man? They out here trying to own their own business.
Man,
What's important?
Definitely have your team, and sometimes your team isn't really built until you discover what you're lacking, what you're missing, but be smart enough to know what it is that you are missing, what you're challenged in having.
Yeah,
it's okay to put people in place, because your time is so valuable, and so if you can figure it out, do so. But if you can't, let someone else do it for you.
Absolutely, that's good, man. Yeah. That's good. So, man, thank you so much, bro, for joining me, man. It's been a super dope conversation, bro.
Always.
It's good to know a little bit more about you, where you come from, what you doing, man, in the community. You're doing so much in the community, man, and I pray that God continue to bless you abundantly, bro, for you just sacrificing your time and using your love to give back to these kids, man, in the craft that you're doing, man, which is cutting hair, man. Tell the people, man, where they can find you. You got books out. What's your Instagram like? And the Instagram gonna pop up on the screen.
Beautiful.
But go ahead and shout out some things, man, that you want, where they can find you.
So,
come on, talk to the camera. Talk to his own camera.
Understand something. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at @thebest1.
Okay.
The word period. You can visit my and in those links in my bio, there are links in my link tree. You can find everything I'm working on right there. Also, you can go to noblebb.com to check out the barbershop. And also they'll be tied to all the other links that I have going on as well, and clothing and all the Noble apparel. Yeah. And then lastly, if you are someone who has a gifted child, you want to book a gifted appointment, you can go to thegiftedevent.com. That's good, man. We got a gift for you, man. Come on, babe. Come on, bring him out his gift, man. From us at Good Company Apparel, man. We wanna bless you, bro, and tell you we love you. We appreciate you, man. Open that thing up, man. Show the people. Are these chopsticks? Nah, that's the straw and that's the straw and the straw cleaner for your for your tumbler. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I want y'all to know, everybody. You got good chopsticks? Look, he ain't drinking out of nobody else's tumbler, bro. This is his tumbler, and it come with a straw and a straw cleaner. You know what I'm saying? That's on the website. Oh.
So man, we got you, man, a good vibes hoodie. You know what I'm saying? It say good vibes on the front. I can't vibe with everybody on the back. You know what I mean? And that's just from us to you, man. Keep doing your thing, bro. Keep killing the game, man. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. That seemed like your colorway. You know what I'm saying? The maroon with the cream. Hey, I got you, bro. I got you, man.
Thank you, bro.
Man, thank you, bro. Well, that's my time. I love y'all, man. I need y'all to get it together so that we can get it together. Peace. Oh, that was good. You was with me.